Reign of Deception, Destitution, and Hopelessness by Professor Usman Yusuf. Good day, my people. This one na the news for this morning. Make you listen to the news in full. Children of the poor continue to die needlessly from vaccine-preventable diseases like measles, diphtheria, diarrhea, pneumonia, and meningitis due to lack of access to health care. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's year in office has been one like no other. He has willfully turned Nigerians into destitutes in their land of plenty, in a country that is officially not at war and has not experienced failure of rainfalls and drought. It is very painful to see citizens, predominantly women and children, go through the humiliation of queuing up for cups of rice as one sees in war-torn Sudan or Gaza Strip. This harsh and intolerable condition is as a result of President Tinubu's inhumane, World Bank prescribed economic policies of sudden removal of fuel subsidy, massive devaluation of naira, and interest rates and electricity tariff hikes. These misguided policies have resulted in galloping inflation, now at a 28-year high of 33% and food inflation rate of 40%. In a country with 133 million, 65% of its population already in multidimensional poverty, and over 20 million children out of schools, these policies have added millions more citizens into multidimensional poverty and millions more children out of school because their parents cannot pay for their school fees. Millions of Nigerians, predominantly women and children, go to bed hungry with no certainty of anything to eat when they wake up. Heads of households are absconding from their homes, abandoning mothers with children because they cannot feed their family. The government's answers to this self-imposed hardship is to provide food palliatives. On February 8, 2024, President Tinubu directed the release of 42,000 metric tons of grains from the strategic grains reserve to be distributed free of charge to vulnerable Nigerians. It is now almost 4 months, but no Nigerian has received anything. The truth is that the federal government knows fully well that all its silos are literally empty. A Northern governor that was opted into this route went as far as declaring 5 work-free days for distributing what he very well knew were non-existent palliatives. It is depressing that 64 years after independence, Nigerians are being turned into beggars by their leaders. Our children's education has never been more imperiled than now because of the return of mass school abductions by terrorists. 10 years after the tragic abduction in Chibok by Boko Haram insurgents, Nigeria witnessed 5 mass school abductions in Guzau, Dôçêption, Gada, Ekiti, and Kuriga in the first 8 months of this administration. In spite of these school abductions, neither the state nor federal government are doing anything to secure our schools because only the children of the poor are at risk. Nigeria's healthcare system is in shambles, with many hospital wards across the country looking distressingly like abattoirs and primary healthcare clinics abandoned. The healthcare financing system has been hijacked by middlemen called Health Maintenance Organization HMOs to the detriment of patients and healthcare providers. The recent hike in electricity tariff poses an existential threat to the survival of healthcare services in Nigeria. Many hospitals will not be able to pay the new tariffs, as exemplified by a video clip of the doctor lamenting after receiving an electricity bill of 25.3 million naira. There is a mass exodus of healthcare workers out of Nigeria because of the conditions of our healthcare facility. Lack of work tools and poor pay of healthcare workers. Recent reports by the Medical Dental Council of Nigeria (MDCN) revealed that there are 130 registered doctors in Nigeria, serving a population of 200 million, giving a doctor-to-patient ratio of 1 doctor serving 1,500 patients. The WHO's recommendation is that 1 doctor should serve 600 patients. This ratio is much higher in many states, signifying that all Nigerians, regardless of their station in life, live in a very high-risk medical environment. Millions of Nigerians have simply stopped taking their medications because they cannot afford them and have resorted to traditional medicines and prayers, resulting in increased disease-related complications and death. In the last year, hospitals all across the country have been seeing an exponential rise in the number of children admitted with diseases of severe malnutrition, marasmus, and kwashiorkor. The 400 women and children abducted by Boko Haram insurgents from IDP camps in Gamboru, Ngala, Borno State on 3rd March 2024 have been forgotten by the government. The morale of members of the military is at its lowest because active duty personnel are increasingly being ambushed and killed by terrorists all across the country. In the last 8 months, over 500 officers and soldiers have been reported killed in such attacks. President Tinubu's economic policies have caused a cost of living crisis in Nigeria, resulting in unbearable hardships on all citizens. It is voodoo economics to think that taxing citizens beyond their capacity to pay will revive Nigeria's comatose economy. Taxes do not grow economies, production does. The federal government has quietly resumed paying for the same fuel subsidy it removed on 29 May 2023. The simple questions to ask are, why is the pump price not back to where it was before the removal of subsidy? Were these payments provided for in the 2024 budget, and who are the new cabals benefiting from these payments? We cannot elevate or give power to an appointee way beyond the representative elected by the people. So to create for a fund in the name of whatever aspect of national security is to arm and empower an appointee of the president. History should teach us the dangers of allowing appointees of the president to amass so much unchecked powers, as was in the case with J. Edgar Hoover. President Tinubu's tenure has thus far been a catastrophic failure in governance. His policies have plunged the citizenry deeper into poverty, imperiled our national security, and compromised the integrity of our institutions. Tinubu'S, under the guise of reforms, is only intensifying hardships in the land. The misallocation of resources and corruption reflect a leadership that prioritizes personal enrichment over the public interest. And this is the news for today. Don't forget to like this video, comment under this video, and subscribe to this channel to get more news from this channel.